Praise God, I'm TemiaBrinson, and I just want to talk to you. As you can tell, I'm on the road. I'm heading to another destination. You guys keep me in prayer. But I just want to talk to you about tithing, right? Because the Lord been dealing with me personally in my personal journey with tithing and my faith walk, right? So I've been believing God over the past few months on my salary. And so let me tell you what happened. So, I have been tithing on my gross. And the Lord impressed on me sometime last year, let me say, I'll say around April, May, around that time last year, He's been impressed upon me to start putting a little more on top of my tithe of what I actually make, because I'm believing God for a certain number. If you guys don't know how the Lord works with me, He works with coincidences, right, and numbers and dreams and visions. I have dreams and open day visions, right? So the Lord spoke to me through Dr. Marcella Torres in Tallahassee, Florida. I don't know if you know her. Look her up. She's dynamic, okay? And she spoke at one of my friends' pastor anniversary service, right? And she was speaking on giving God a number. She was like me. She was believing God for a certain amount for the year. She was like, Lord, I need this. This is how much I need. And when I heard that word, it took so much root in my spirit, because I was believing God for the same thing, but I never quite heard about giving God a number. So I started putting that into action. I was like, Lord, this is what I need. This is the number. This is the number that I need. And I'm believing you for this number, right? And so not only that, I started tithing it on top of what I actually make, because as a faith action, right, as a faith exercise, I'm saying, Lord, here's the money that I intend to make, what I'm believing God to make. So I start tithing on what I anticipate and what I believe God for my future salary. I pay tithe on that, right? And so 3 months rolled by, because I had to go back and look and count my actual bank statements, right? So many of you know, August, I got the news a day before my birthday via email that the Biden administration completely forgave all of my student loans, like the whole shebang. 100% of my student loans were forgiven, right? And that made me take a pause. After I done shouted and jumped, and at first I was in shock, but after that, and I went back and actually looked up my bank statements. And when I started tithing based on what I am believing God to make in the future, it was actually 3 months. It was a period of 3 months that I was tithing based on my future salary when I got the news that my student loans were being wiped out 100%. That's how God works, okay? Moving forward. Now, I don't think you heard this part, because God is just moving. I posted on my Facebook page, and many of you guys don't know. I don't know if you think I get a prophetic word or a word of knowledge, but no, this is stuff that happened in my life, okay? But I did post on my Facebook page that was January 2024, and God is already moving. He was already moving. It was the 10th day of January that I got more news, right? So get this. And, going back to August, around my birthday, I got the news, student loans forgiven. I still continue to pay to sow my tithe based on my future salary, the number that I gave God, right? So going into January of this year, I got news from my management that my whole team were being moved, our position, not the role that we do, not the description of our position. We do the same thing we came in doing the day before, right? But our whole team, my whole team salary had moved all the way to a whole nother pay grade. I'm trying to tell you, have no idea. This is not no little merit increase. This is not no little bonus. This is a huge jump. We went from a whole pay salary grade, our whole salary. We got transitioned. They restructured our position to where we're part of technical now, and we're on technical pay, technical salary, which was a huge increase, a huge jump. We went from one pay grade salary and leaped over to a whole nother, to the technical side, to a whole nother baby. I'm trying to tell you. Not only that, our bonuses are based on that new technical pay grade, that salary grade, which is another leap. Okay, so I'm telling you, tithing, not only just tithing. Let me tell you something. It was more than just tithing. It's your faith action combined with tithing. Because I could have said, Lord, I'm believing you for this number, and I'm going to do an offering. You know, because most people say, you know, you pay your tithes, you sow your tithe, and then you sow another seed called offering if you want to do a faith walk and believe God for something, and you assign that to a seed. That's an offering. But God specifically spoke to me and said, no, it's connected to your tithe, because this is the salary that you're believing God for. So that's why it was so crucial for the instructions that I was given to increase my faith based on my future tithe. I'm trying to tell you, see how God works. And I'm just saying this because not that I'm all that, not that I'm all this, just baby. I should have got this when I was in my 20s. So I'm not all that. Just to let you know. But I'm telling you this to encourage you, to increase your faith. You know, it's a lot of people bragging those. I'm bragging on God, baby. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Like I say, I should have got this in my 20s, okay? But God is impressing on God. See, God will bless people not only because of their faith walk, because they know that they will toot his horn. And because you are not timid and you are not shy to open your mouth and testify of the goodness of God, you will bless others and spark others, encourage others to walk and to have that same kind of faith. It's a reason that God will work through people. Why? Because that person has a responsibility then to encourage others. So be open to the Lord. Again, don't come across braggadocious whenever he do something for you, even if it's just one-on-one. Testify of the goodness of God, because you never know who you're going to encourage. You never know who needs to hear that. You never know who's going to need to increase their faith. Some people may be depressed. Some people may have been believing God for about 5 years, and because of the journey that they have to walk, because of lessons that they have to learn, God is allowing that it's taking 5 years. They may be in the wilderness and it's taking longer than what they anticipated or what they may have wanted at that time. But it was necessary for a certain growth to come about, right? But so you won't get discouraged, know that God works. His word is pure. You can go to the bank on his word, okay? You can go to the bank on his word. When you give as unto the Lord and you put your faith action behind it, be still and know that he is God. He's going to reward you. He's going to come through for you, right? So I just wanted to encourage you as I go to my destination. Again, y'all pray for me because I have too much stuff to do. But anyway, as I go to my destination, I just want to encourage you. I wanted to testify and to give you just a glimpse of what God is doing in my life. And like I said, that was January the 10th. This is February. And God has done more. It's something I can't tell, but I'm going to tell it later when he released me, when I can, when it's okay to tell it. But it's already at the beginning of the year. Remember I said New Beginnings 2024, adds up to the number 8, the year New Beginnings. This is leap year, right? So this is the year of many open doors, many opportunities. But guess what? You still got to walk through that door. So let me encourage you, increase your faith. Increase your faith. Take action. Step out. It's something that God has been telling you to do. You've been scared. Let me tell y'all something. I've been having dreams and visions ever since I was little. You know what I'm saying? And my internal walk, I've been seeing everything God showed me come to pass. But as of late, I've had to speak some things out, and I was so scared. You know, but the fear is a tactic of the enemy. He wants to destroy you through that fear. So, you know, when they say, even if you're afraid, even if you're scared, do it when you're scared, but still do it. Do it when you're fearful, but still do it. If God told you to speak on something, speak on it, even if you're afraid. Even if you're afraid, what people are gonna say, oh, she ain't all that. She thinks she, this and that. Look, whatever God tell you, that's what you do. Some things he may tell you to sit on it and to pray on it and to watch. But whatever he tell you, you do it. Because I was so afraid of what people would say, especially in the Reformation I am, because, we've come a long way in Church God in Christ, but, with the prophetic, they ain't really too much, they didn't really look too good on that. They didn't, they was kind of shunned on a little bit. My mom used to prophesy. When she was a teenager, she prophesied about the assassination of President Kennedy. Child, they had to shut her down. Okay? But we come a long way. I'm not bashing the church. I thank God for the church. We have mothers in the church that have trained me up, okay? So I thank God for the church. Do not get it twisted, baby. I'm just saying that I was coming from a place. I was just telling you where my fear was coming from, right? And so I had to talk myself into saying stuff. I had to write it down and prepare, like, Lord, I had to go on a fast. Girl, y'all don't know. I had to go on a fast. Lord, you sure you want me to say it? Like, for real. So I'm here to tell you, yes, you're going to be afraid. That's the trick of the enemy. He's going to do that. You're going to have fear, but just don't buy into it. Even if you're afraid, still say it. If God told you to say it, speak it out. Speak forth the word of the Lord. Whatever he tell you to do, be obedient. He's going to reward you in your obedience. Okay? So I just want to encourage you, and because I got to go somewhere, let me get off and let me just encourage you, and you guys be blessed in the name of the Lord.